Hey guys, it's the Gamer Untamed. I promised you guys that I would do a video for this, and it is my Mass Effect 3 Citadel DLC review. I'm super excited because I love this DLC, so let's get straight into it. And guys, I'm sorry about the Tomb Raider review that's not coming out for a bit because I have stuff to do and I can't play Tomb Raider right now. So, yes, I'm not showing my face today either. There's gameplay going on. I recorded it myself, so yeah, I haven't done that. Really, I've done it I think once with my Guild Wars, and since it's Mass Effect oriented, let's keep it Mass Effect oriented. That was terrible. Anyway, okay, so let's point out this is Mass Effect 3's real end. Appropriately. It's not saving humanity, it is saying goodbye to Shepard, the Normandy, and the crew, and Mass Effect in general. Because we didn't have that. Now we have this DLC dedicated for us to say goodbye to the characters that we've loved and we've known and we've been with for 3 whole games. That we feel like we know them so well, like they're our best friends. So, what else happens in it? Well, this has to be my favorite DLC, aside from extended cut in Mass Effect, because that fixed up the ending for me, at least. It fixed up the ending for me, but maybe not all you guys, but whatever. So this DLC, you can play in any order you really want, but in my opinion, you can only start playing it from after Cerberus attack the Citadel, and from the very last mission before you go and kill Reapers on Earth. So I would recommend doing it last, because then you've got all these connections even more with more characters, and it's like you can be more friendly, if you know what I mean. Like, if you just started off knowing someone and you had a party with those people, it'd be kind of awkward. So it's kind of like, I did at the end because I finished the game. So if you do that, definitely do that instead of playing it straight away. It's definitely worth the wait. So the start of this DLC starts off with the Normandy crew landing on the Citadel for like a weekend or so, because the Normandy is being repaired. Now this to me first started off as kind of weird, because you've got Reapers attacking like everybody, and you're gonna go have lunch or something? Like, what are you doing, guys? You're gonna go party hard or something? Because people are dying. Yeah. But, yeah. That's kind of mean, if you think about it. I don't know. So that's like the start of the plot now. But the plot doesn't even last that long, so I'll just go into it a little bit, because I don't want to give away spoilery bits, because it's so interesting what you find out in the main conspiracy plot of the DLC. So basically, the whole conspiracy plot starts off when you're interrupted by a firefight when you're having lunch. I thought this was pretty interesting. It's like, seriously, can I not go anywhere and get killed or whatever? So a sinister conspiracy is targeting Shepard and, in theory, the rest of your crew, because you're all going to get harmed in this. And your team and you must uncover the truth through battles on the Citadel, through like the archives and all these platforms, because you fall down through fish. Like, you're in a restaurant and there's fish in glass under the floor, and because you're having a battle in the restaurant, you kind of get shot down through the floor, and then you kill the fish in the process. That's kind of funny. But then you end up in some weird place where there's like repairs going on. I don't even know where you're meant to be. It's so weird. It doesn't really explain where you are in that point. But you go through the archives, you go through the wards, and you go partying and stuff to uncover the truth to why people want to kill you for no apparent reason. That isn't Cerberus, isn't the Reapers, isn't anyone you've actually met before. In theory, you kind of have. That's my only little spoiler to you guys. It's not even a spoiler, it's just a little hint. You kind of have met this person before. I'm not going to give away anything at all because I want this to be a spoiler-free video. As far as the plot goes, but I will talk about the rest because I think it's important for me to talk about it because it's fun. But you get to do this whole conspiracy, fighting battles with this merc company, really, with the whole cast from Mass Effect 1, Mass Effect 2, and Mass Effect 3, and you get to do it with Rex as well. Ah, how fun! And the point of this plot is to bring all you guys closer because it is supposed to be such a sinister plot. Like, it's supposed to be so bad, but really, you could just figure it out yourself. Like you do everything else, almost. But, that's kind of the point of this DLC, to bring you guys everybody in together, and then you fix it all up, and then you're done. Pretty much the actual plot probably goes for about 2 hours, because that's not the point of the DLC. The point of the DLC is the squad and saying goodbye to everybody. So I will talk about that in a minute. But I really did enjoy the plot. I thought that the detail in it was done very well because it connected to past little seeds placed. The combat, of course, is the same, although it was a little, how should I say this? It was a little awkward. The gameplay felt a little bit sort of not as loose as it should be, like it usually is. They've had a little bit more advancement in some of the mercs. I mean, they've like done them up a little more. Like they've added things to make them harder to defeat, but in the same time, it's really easy for me anyway. That's the combat's the same. Everything's the same. It's the basic mechanics of Mass Effect. Nothing's changed. It's a DLC. That's all the same. So now let me talk to you about what I loved about this DLC. I don't think there's anything I hated. I really don't think there is anything I hated at all. There is one scene that I hated, which I will mention, but it's not anything to do with me. It's what I've seen for other people. But now I will tell you there are going to be spoilers because I'm going to be talking about what happens with your squad mates and your romances and your friends and the rest of the part. Okie dokie. So what I really liked about this is that this DLC really excelled at making the most of all the characters, along with the whole Mass Effect 3 gang as well. You even have a lot of any character that's still alive from Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3, you can include in this final DLC, which I thought was beautiful. I'm really disappointed that Legion couldn't go, though. You get a new swanky apartment. It's like smashing. Like, it is amazing apartment. But, like, it's whatever. You can't really sit on anything or go to sleep or cook in it, so it's just for looks. But it looks good. Like, it looks really nice. The only characters that definitely won't be there would be, I believe, Thane, Morinth, Legion, and Morden. Yeah. They're the only ones that don't appear. But they all, aside from Morinth and Legion, Morden and Thane do make a little thing for you to still see them, so they're still incorporated into the DLC somehow, which I really, really liked. Each individual character scene is incredibly dramatic, especially like the romantic ones, and I loved the romantic ones. I mean, they actually, I watched them all, even the ones, because I romanced Caden, so I didn't need to watch his, because did his, but I didn't do mine with Garrus, and I watched Garrus's, and it was the cutest thing. They're like so, everything's so cute. Like, it should be like, oh, it's amazing. It's like they're like really being ordinary when they did those scenes. They were so cute. It was the cutest thing. I mean, there's Javik's time to shine when he's in a little bit of a movie skit, which I thought was funny. Garrus continues on dating adventures if you don't romance him. And Joker's, well, he's funny. He's just funny. And him and Edie is still going. They're still going strong. It's like amazing what they did for the characters and how each scene is so. It's adorable. I always laughed because they were so funny and they incorporated so much humor into everything. Even Shepard was humorous this time. I mean, I could make a video of how entertaining it was to play this thing. It was so funny. Like, it was amazing. Yeah, so now I will go in depth on what I experienced, not just the outline of it. So I'm really weird about this. But yeah, I'm now going to talk about my favorite scenes, my romance, and the party of the... So, once you're done fighting the evil that's against you, you go back and you have fun. You start to plan your party, you're inviting guests. But before that, you can go hang out with a lot of your past members, such as everybody. You can hang out with absolutely everybody. And there's so much that I just need to put out there because I loved every single scene except one, which I will tell you momentarily. So I think my favorite scenes that I experienced were probably what my favorite scenes that I experienced? Definitely Caden's romance scene where you cook with Caden. That was adorable. That was like, oh my god. I'm like, this came straight out of a movie. This is so cool. And then they have like a Paragon thing at the end where if you want to be Paragon, you just sit with him. If you want to be Renegade, you go do romantic stuff. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to just sit here. What? Dude, I'm going Renegade for this. I don't even see how it's Renegade. But that was funny. I really liked when Liara came over, when you invited Liara over, because I think I'm obsessed with that song now. That song is adorable that she played, and it's so personal because it's like Liara is your best friend. I thought it was funny when Samantha Trainer came over, and she's obsessed with baths and showers. Like, she's obsessed. It's freaking weird, man. What else? What else are my favorite scenes to see people with? I quite liked the Edie one, because it was kind of funny, because it was like, are you gonna propose to me, Edie? Are we getting married? What is this? Shouldn't you be with Joker? And seeing Grunt, that was hilarious, because he was drunk. Oh my god, that was funny. That was entertainment. Oh, that was actually like one of my favorite ones, because it's just like Shepard's face. What? It was the best. I think those are my favorite scenes that aren't when you see them at the party. My most hated scene and the most boring scenes were definitely the one with Jack. Was so boring when you went to go fight things with her as a friend. That was crap. That was poorly done. The one with Tali and she's into musicals and sleepovers. Since when? Like, what is she now, baby? What is she? My age? No, I don't even do that. I hate musicals. Especially musicals like that. And then she starts singing. What? Oh, wait. No. Did she? No. That's in the romance one. I watched it, and she started singing in the romance one. But even when we were just sitting there watching a musical movie, dude, that wasn't entertaining. That was crap. And the one with Stephen Cortez in the car, That was weird too. That was poorly done. A lot of them were boring. That was boring. Charlie's was boring. And so was Jack's was insanely boring.